Hello everyone, welcome back to Tutorial Thursday. Today's mani tutorial is going to be on this lovely mani right here. This was a request on my pet cemetery video that I had done. I believe it was well, by the time you guys are seeing this, it's probably been about 2 weeks. So this was a requested video. At least I'm pretty sure this is the plates that she requested. Had not been confirmed, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyways, just in case. And we're using both MXM 092 and MXM 091 from Maniology. These are subscription plates. They are still available to subscribers on their site, but once they sell out, they will not be available brand new anymore. They have a limited supply on their plates, so if you don't already own these and you want to be able to do this mani and you want these plates, you can become a subscriber for literally just 1 month just to buy previous plates if that's what you really want to do in order to get these, or you can find them secondhand on Facebook buy, sell, and trade groups for stamping plates, or things like eBay. In fact, I think I may have seen this specific set on eBay before as well. So there's other ways to buy them as well, but you will probably be paying more than getting them straight from Maniology themselves. So keep that in mind, that when you're buying it secondhand, generally you are paying more for the plates than if you went straight to Maniology, became a subscriber for a month, and then bought the plates. If you're already a subscriber and you don't have them, you can go back and buy them if that's what you want. This is for those, like I said, this is a special requested video. Ooh, I got some cotton on. Must have gotten a little bit of acetone with the cotton ball on my finger. Oh, hopefully that does not interfere with what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into the video. I'm gonna go ahead and try to remove this fluff off of this nail real quick, because I can see that interfering already, and we don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp out the 5 reverse stamped images to color in, and then we will go in with a cuticle protector and the lovely background image, which is this lovely snowflake image that has skulls and spiders and all sorts of interesting snowflake designs. So we're going to go in and we're going to go over the polishes. My background color is Maniology's North Light P156. This beautiful shade of blue. I'm absolutely in love with this blue. It is gorgeous. Even mine and my husband's best friend and my husband himself were all like, this is a beautiful blue. I am digging that color. And our best friend's like, I might want that color the next time you do my nails. So even he's like, I like that blue. I want that blue. So I'm in love with this blue. It is beautiful. Love it. I used Queen's Pure White and Queen's Blackjack. These are all Maniology polishes. I used Cloudburst B427, Coconut B268. This is from their Moonbeams collection. It's called Expedition Pearl B166, Shankasanta B411, and I used 3 non-Maniology polishes for reverse stamping. I used OPI's Purple with a Purpose. I used Essie Off the Grid. I used P2 Technichrome polish, The name on this one is Golden Edge. And that's all the polishes that I used. I'm going to go ahead and get outlines. I'm going to start with the candy cane. I'm going to get outlines of all of the different reverse stamped images. I'm going to start with this lovely candy cane over here. And just pick that up. Clean off the excess. This nice lovely candy cane. Alright, let's uncap all these. So it's a little easier. Okay, go ahead and clean this plate. I originally had a different plan, but it did not work out in my favor. I originally wanted the 'Tis the Season to be Spooky in red over it, but it was too fine of lines that even in a red, it just didn't really show up. It was too small of a print, I guess you could say, which is unfortunate. It would have worked had I just left this without the snowflakes, but I like the snowflakes. I think it ties it all together. So it didn't work out in my favor, so I just ended up doing something different, but I like the end results. I just didn't get to do what I originally planned. So we're going to go in, we're going to grab this lovely little snow globe with a skull. Alright. Nice lovely pickup. Clean off the edges. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go in and we're grab this lovely rib cage Christmas tree. We're going to use black for the outlines on all of the images. It's a lovely pickup. Okay. Nice little tree there. We're going to go ahead and grab this bat next to the skeletal tree. Ooh, that picked up beautifully. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and pick up this bat over here, one holding a candy cane. Such a cutie. And scrape. It's such a cute little baddie. Love it. Okay, so that's all 5 of the images that we're going to reverse stamp. So I have them all stamped, set aside, ready to be colored in. We're going to go ahead and put a barrier around our nails, all on our skin. And that way when we stamp the snowflakes, we don't have all of the extra overflow. So we're going to go in with a liquid latex. You can use the like peel and stick cuticle barriers if you want, or a different liquid latex. There's a latex free liquid barrier that you can buy. This is not a maniology liquid latex. This is actually Halloween liquid latex in a maniology bottle. And it's actually more cost effective and it works rather well. So I could use a different brush, but because I had problems with this one when I cleaned out the bottle. More or less, I just need to buy a new bottle, empty bottles. which Maniology does sell spare bottles and empty bottles, which I need to do. Make it easier for liquid latex application instead of an old, cleaned out, smudge-free top coat bottle, which is what I originally put this in. That's why the brush is so jacked up. But that's okay. It works. For 11 bucks, I get a giant bottle of liquid latex that I can refill. Like a bottle this size of like the Queen liquid latex is like $5, $4 or $5. So if I spend $11 for a gigantic bottle, that would give me probably 12 plus refills of this stuff. Like it's a good deal and it works well. So we're going to go in with the white with these snowflakes that have little Halloween-like images. And what we're going to do over all of our nails. Let's start with the thumb, and I just messed up my latex. Cool. Way to go, Mary. Good thing I just stamped that thumb. So the fact that I just touched it to another finger is no big deal. And there you go. Nice, easy cleanup. That's what we're looking for, guys. Okay, so clean our plate. And I just tapped my fingers together. So this happens no matter what brand you use. If you tap your fingers together when you're using a liquid latex barrier, well, your barrier's gone. It's gone. And I oopsie daisied and lost my liquid latex barrier. So I had been humming and hawing a video that I was going to record for Technical Tuesdays, and I wanted your guys' opinion. I was going to do one on a natural, just basic hand care mani on my husband. How I take care of his hands for him. He's a plumber, so he's exceptionally hard on his hands. And I felt like that would be a good video content, especially for those whose husbands or, wives or, partner, however you want to put it, is hard working on their, and, does a more physical, intensive job and is hard on their hands. My husband's hands are torn up all the time and covered in glue from, gluing pipes together and things like that. And his hands are in rough shape, so I have to go through, Epsom salt soaks and cleaning up his cuticles, filing up the edges because they've been broken and jagged, and, a hand massage with lotions and oils and things like that in order to help his hands in its overall health. He's not allowed to wear nail polish, but, he does need actual care. And I do his pedicures too. I actually do both, because once again, that's more about actual health than it is about art. And it's a common misconception among men that manicures and pedicures are just all about getting prettied up and dolled up. No, it's a basic manicure and a basic pedicure is actually about health. It's not about the art. And I feel like more people need to see that. and understand that it's not just about art. There's more to it than that. A lot more to it than that. It's not getting acrylic extensions and nails painted. It's getting rid of excess dead skin, and I just touched my fingers together again. Good thing this stuff's so cheap. So, you know, it's more than just art. It's more than just extensions and acrylics and polish. It's way, way more than just that. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know, and I will do a video on it. In fact, I'm actually due to deal with my husband's feet in the near future, so I can discuss with him when he thinks his hands need to be done, because I'm not going to do a pedicure video. That's a pain in the ass, but I will do a manicure. And that liquid latex got on the polish itself and took part of the image. Should be alright. Take that liquid latex off there. Okay. So, you know, if that is something you guys want to see, and, you know, maybe even for just yourself, if, you know, you don't want to do nail art, but, you know, want your hands looking a little nicer and feeling a little nicer, because, you know, for those who work in things like retail, that's not like management, so to speak, like you do stocking, or say you're packing boxes, or anything that's, you know, really hard on your hands. Cardboard is really hard on your hands, like, you know, things like that. Like, it's just, it's a lot on your hands, and your hands could use a break, right? So finding a way to help make them feel better is not always easy if you're not familiar with basic care. And that's just something that I do for him, because, you know, he's the only one who actually brings in an income. I do not bring in any income whatsoever. And what little money I do make goes straight back into what I originally used to make the money in the first place, which is generally something art related. So like TCG card altars was something that I was doing for a while for friends, and you know, the money went right back into product for that, or nail supplies. And doing other people's nails was another way in which I brought in money, but once again went straight back into the nail art. So I don't have an actual income. And, you know, he works really hard to provide for the family. So, and I want to make sure that, you know, he's not hurting to do his job. Alright, so we're almost through putting snowflakes on, creepy snowflakes on all of the nails. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up the plate and the actual using the plates is done now because we already pre-stamped all of the images we want to color in, but I am going to keep it off to the side just in case I mess one up. That would be my luck. So we're going to go ahead and peel this liquid latex off, clean up any edges. Haha. Ooh, that feels weird after I pulled it off because there was a little bit of sweat under there. Oh, that felt weird. I'll admit that I'm usually kind of lazy and I don't use a liquid latex barrier, and so I forget sometimes like that can happen. I'm just so used to just taking a clean up brush and cleaning around the edges, even though it's so much easier to clean up if I put a liquid latex barrier when I'm doing that kind of a stamp. So it just kind of, it felt weird, guys. It felt weird. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the candy cane, and we're gonna use Shanka Santa for the red parts. And we're going to use coconut to fill in the skull. Okay, so this does sometimes happen. It's annoying. Let's try this again. There we go. So when that happens, just kind of pop it from top of the bottle ever so gently, and then screw the cap back on, and it's fine. It's annoying when it happens. It's where some polish was at the very top, the rim of the bottle, and it dried, and it just kind of like glued it together ever so slightly, and it's annoying when it happens, but it happens. It happens in other brands too. Clean off my brush. Okay, so now we're going to go in with coconut. You know, I forgot to mention, I do use smudge-free top coat and sticky base. I did forget to mention that I use those. Go in with coconut and fill her in. Okay, so you may be able to hear my youngest. I apologize. You're not going to hear my oldest, though. He is not home. There is a Home Depot event that allows him to build a project for free with a parent, and my husband took him out to go do that because he loves building stuff and being creative. So this is what we have. A lovely candy cane with a skull. So yeah, he's not home right now. He's with his father, and my husband does try to put in the effort to help. They have also been working on a new excuse me, a new bird feeder, because the old one that he made at Cub Scouts got destroyed by the elements and the birds themselves, because they got pissed off that I was not refilling it as often as they would like. So they pecked the living daylights out of the bird feeder. Okay, so I'm going to take the white, and I'm just going to go in with the white over on the Santa hat, on the little puff at the end of the hat, and at the little fuzz at the base of it. And on the candy cane, we're going to go in right here and right here. And then we're going to take Shanka Santa we're going to fill in the bulk of the hat. Let's see. Make a little easier here. And then we're going to take Shanka Santa in the little recesses of the candy cane. Now, the 2 spots there are for its feet. So, I'm going to hold on to the candy cane somehow, right? Okay, so now for the rest of this, we're just going to go in with Cloudburst? Yes, Cloudburst. It's this lovely gray with a little bit of a like burgundy shimmer almost. And we're just going to fill in the rest of the bat with this gray. I will need to go in on the tips of the ears with the black because there's some spots that got missed when it's stamped. We're just going to go ahead and fill in the bat. Uh-oh. I'm probably going to have the youngest in here soon. I just heard his word party go off. And I do not have the remote in here. Don't know why I've got all this congestion. I had that stupid infection and it cleared up. The antibiotics did the trick and it cleared up. So it's kind of annoying that I've got a little bit extra congestion today. It seems like every time I go to film, there's always extra congestion. It's kind of annoying. Go in on those tips with the black so it fills it in. We don't want it blank. It'd be weird if there was weird blue spots there. Okay, so there's the bat, at least one of the bats. Well, here is the other bat. We're going to go in with Shanka Santa for the ribbon and the berries. Here's the other bat. And this one's a lot harder to do because the ribbon is so fine. So fine. So you gotta use a very, very fine tipped tool, whether it be a very fine tipped dotting tool, toothpick, which I don't recommend, but you can do it because if you're not careful, you can puncture your stamper. So I don't recommend using it, but it will work. Of course, a very fine tipped brush like what I'm using now, with as little as possible in the polish in order to fill those sections in. Okay, so we're going to go in on the berries. There. The berries have been filled in, and then the rest is with Cloudburst. On this lovely little batty. He's such a cute little bat. I adore bats. I adore penguins. I adore all sorts of animals. I am a big time animal lover, and I cannot help it. I love animals, and I mean, I always say I'd be the crazy cat lady because I really love cats, but like, I'll be honest, I'd be the crazy freaking animal lady. Like, I would have squirrels and bats and all sorts of animals. if I if I didn't have actual human children, I probably would have a weird slew of animals. But I can't afford both. I can't afford both. And, you know, I love my children. And I went through a lot to have them. So there, now we have this cute little bat with berries and a red ribbon. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to do this little rib cage Christmas tree. This is where we use this lovely gold from Technichrome. And we use it on the star. So just get some of that pretty gold. Fill in the star. There we go. Alright, there's that. And we have Essie's Off the Grid for the base. This angle is really weird to work with on this stamper. I apologize, guys, if I am blocking the light too much or anything like that. I am having a hard time filling in this image with this color because for some reason at this angle, like, it's really playing tricks with my head. So I have to kind of lean forward so it stops messing with my head and making it hard for me to see what the heck I'm doing. It's almost making me go cross-eyed for whatever reason. For some reason at that angle I was looking at it, it was really messing with my head. It's almost like an optical illusion. Okay, so we're going to go in with coconut on the skeleton part of this. Neighbors are leaving. I heard the truck. So I'm still getting used to it. We just had new neighbors move in after like practically a year of not having any. The house next to us was in a massive fire, and they gutted it and redid the whole thing. They gutted it down to the bare bones, and then they sold it. And we just got new neighbors from that, and it took a really long time before they fixed it up and sold it after the fire. Okay, so that is the lovely skeleton tree. And then last but not least, our lovely little snow globe. I do love that little snow globe. It's cute. Okay, so we're going to go in with the white. Move it up to where you can actually see the dang thing. We're going to go in with the white, and we're going to go in on this little light bubble, whatever you want to call it, to show that there's light shining on it. And the little snowflake dots are also going to fill in the Santa hat. And I put too much white on that. It bled over into the skulls area ever so slightly. That'd be alright. Okay. So cute. I don't know if you guys can hear it. My youngest is talking about an iguana. He's repeating iguana over and over again. They had a special guest that was there at their school in the evening that was doing education on reptiles. We're going to go with Shanka Santa on the hat. And he had an iguana, and my youngest really liked the iguana along with a Burmese python. He loved petting the Burmese python. It was a pretty phenomenal experience. I loved it too. I'm not gonna lie. It was a albino Burmese python, and she was beautiful. She was beautiful. Like I said, I love animals and lots of living creatures, birds, reptiles, insects. Like I do find a lot of beauty in the world, in animals and stuff like that. So, and my children have definitely inherited that penchant for loving nature, even though we don't go out in it much, but just loving it and appreciating it. And, they get really excited whenever they see all sorts of creatures, and it's nice. It really is. Okay, so this is where we're going to use, sorry, I used coconut on the skull. This is where we're going to use Expedition Pearl. We're going to fill in, well, actually, let's do the cushion first so I don't accidentally mess that up. Okay, so we're going to use the OPI Purple with a Purpose to fill in the cushion underneath the skull. But as I was saying, my youngest is out in the other room just going, iguana, iguana, iguana. Yeah, no, my kids have a penchant for loving animals and all shapes and sizes, just like their mommy, and it's kind of nice to see him excited about it. There, filled in the cushion with the purple. Okay, now we're going to go in with Expedition Pearl. Sorry, guys. The snow globe itself is going to be in the Expedition Pearl. Okay, come on, open, open. Okay, so I'm going to go in. We're just going to go and fill the snow globe with this lovely translucent shimmery goodness. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now we're going to go in with the gold and the brown again. We're going to do the little placard part in the bottom of the snow globe with the gold. And then we're going to go in with the brown from Essie. Okay, yeah, this angle's really messing with me. I may have to do something about that. Didn't give me enough polish. Okay, there we go. So this Essie, this particular one is like super liquidy, which is great for application on the natural nail. Not so much when you're trying to pick it up on a brush to fill in an image, because it just falls off the brush and leaves like almost nothing, and you need like an actual glob to work with. Yeah. Okay, so now that we've filled in all of our images, we need to go in with our sticky base. This is what the snow globe looks like. Okay, so we're going to go in with our sticky base. We're going to very gently apply it over the snowflakes we did earlier. And I say gently so that way we're not liable to smear the snowflakes. If you want, you can use smudge free first. Just have that extra layer, and then apply the sticky base after the smudge free has dried. You can do that, but the sticky base is not liable to smudge if you just very gently apply it. So you just have to be rather gentle. But if you are notorious for smudging your stamps, then please use a smudge free before putting your sticky base on, because otherwise you're going to ruin all of your hard work. I had an incident last night that actually had nothing to do with the actual painting process, but I was so saddened because I had messed up my index finger. I had just got done putting on the stamp, and I was working on prepping my thumbnail, and I smacked my freshly applied reverse stamp, and it gouged it. It gouged the living daylights out of my poor little bat on my index finger, and I had to redo the whole thing. It was saddening. It was, guys. I was absolutely saddened. Okay, so now that I've applied that on all 5 nails, this first one, the thumb, should be ready. So we're going to go in with our skeletal tree. We're going to line it up in the center and stamp down. Now we're going to go in with our lovely little bat with the berries and the ribbon with it hanging upside down. Line up in the center on our index finger and stamp down. Okay, now the snow globe. In the middle finger, we're going to line it up into the center and gently stamp down. Now we need the bat with the candy cane. Also line it up in the center and gently stamp down. Now for the candy cane, guys, slightly cockeyed, line it up in the center, gently stamp down, and you have successfully stamped all of your nails. And so put these stampers away real quick. My jumbo pile of them.
God. So, I have a lot of stampers. Probably more than I should, but I know there's people out there that have way more than me, which is kind of scary. Okay, so now we are on to the smudge-free top coat, and then after that we will be applying, excuse me, good grief, gassy this morning too, OPI's matte top coat. So go in with your smudge-free. Top coat all of your images. Make sure that you get all of it, because if your matte top coat touches any of these stamps, it will smudge it across. So make sure that you get all of the snowflakes, otherwise you're gonna have a smudge spot. Alright, we are almost done top coating with the smudge free. Okay, so you can leave this glossy. I do feel like the images pop better when you have it in matte than it does with glossy, but you can definitely keep it glossy if you want. It doesn't look bad glossy. It looks good either way, in all honesty. So that's personal preference. You can have it matte or glossy. You can get a good comparison right here. Matte versus glossy. If you want to keep it glossy, just top coat over your smudge free with your favorite type of glossy top coat. And you're good to go. But we're going to go in with matte top coat. Oops, sorry. Trying to clean up a little bit so I have some space here. So my desk is actually not that bad of a size, but once you add all the filming equipment and everything else, it kind of shrinks significantly. So my workspace is just, it's kind of limited to start with, but it's extra limited when you add in the filming stuff. Okay, so we should be dry enough now to put on our matte top coat. You know, it's kind of funny. Once upon a time, I was all about the glossy. I never wanted to use matte. I had matte top coat, but I rarely ever used it. It was for specific applications only kind of thing. And now I find myself doing matte more than I do glossy. I don't know why, but I do. Something about how it affects like shimmery polishes, like I love it. Like it gives a velvet effect sometimes. It's okay, come on, off my brush. I don't want you in my bottle. So like I really like the effect of matte over sparkly polishes, just what it does to them. That was a whole new world for me when I discovered that, and I started playing around with all sorts of combinations with matte top coat after that, because it was just so cool. And I never thought I would love matte top coat, but I do. I do. For somebody who loves shiny stuff, I like the matte. Don't get me wrong, I love my shiny stuff still. But like, I never ever thought I would be on the matte top coat train, but I am on the matte top coat train. I used to see so many people with manis and nail art groups. Oh, okay, we're okay. We're okay. It's okay, guys. I never thought I would be on that train. Never thought I'd be on the I love matte top coat train. I would see manis all the time with matte top coat, and I'd be like, why does everybody love matte top coat so much? But I eventually started seeing some really, really cool ones, and I was like, man, that's really neat. Even though I don't like matte top coat, that's really neat. It grew on me, guys. It grew on me. I love matte top coat. I love matte top coat. I used to just tolerate it, and now I love it. Like, it's something about it, just what it does to flaky polishes, especially. Oh my god, flaky polishes are awesome, guys. It is awesome with flaky polishes. I love flaky polishes. They are really pretty. They make amazing bases, especially when you top with matte coat. Top coat, like matte top coat, just really brings it in. Like, I was actually telling my husband that I'm getting low again. I was like, I need more matte top coat. I'm getting low. And here I've got plenty of bottles of regular glossy top coat. And it's like, no, I need more matte. So, no joke, I never thought I would be on that train, but I'm on that train. So that's how I did it, guys. That was how I made this cute, spooky Christmas mani. Like I said, you can leave it glossy if you want. It looks fine glossy, but I really like the way the matte looks with it. It's really cute. So, yeah, that's how we did it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if there's any other designs you guys would like to see me do, go ahead and leave a comment. Or you can message me on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle in the descriptions below. And, you know, go ahead and let me know if there's something else you would like me to do a mani on. If it's previous MXM boxes, I have all of the plates for the last 2 years, and then past that I have some plates, but I can't guarantee that I will have the ones that you want to see. I do have a decent bit from the year before I started getting the subscription, where they still had it left over, but I do not have all of them. I may have something similar style from a different brand, like for instance on the coffee plates I do have the Cad's coffee plate, and I do have a few of the other Maniology coffee plates that they've released, but that are different from their MXM ones, for a perfect example. So out of rare plates, I do have the unicorn plates. I do have the best way to describe it is like Arizona themed, but I know that's not what it is. I do have those. I do have the water marbles slash fluid art plates. I do have the Pet Cemetery, because you saw I do have the Pet Cemetery. But most of the other plates that I do have from before I got an actual subscription and started getting them monthly, is still available on the site. So just leave me a comment below,
And if it is something that I do have, specific plate numbers as well as like the theme name does help significantly. So please, if you know the plate numbers or have easy access to find out what the plate numbers are, just actually tell me what the plate numbers as well as the themes. That way I'm not playing guessing games like I was with this one, because my brain goes into mom brain mode all the time and I kind of draw a blank like, oh wait, what plates? That's kind of what happened. When I saw the request before, I'm like, I'm not really sure which ones you're talking about. And then when I started going through past plates, it's like, okay, I think this is what you're talking about. Can you please confirm? So, please put both in the description and I will see what I can do. If I have them, or if it's something that's relatively affordable for me right now, I can acquire them. Aside from that, you know, I will see what I can do. I'm giving ideas, and thank you to whoever actually I don't remember the name, but thank you to who actually requested this, because I hadn't even used these ones yet. And I adore the bats on that plate. So I had actually been meaning to, and I hadn't used them yet. So that gave me an excuse to use them. I've had them for a whole year and I had not used them yet. So, but it's kind of hard when I generally can only do a mani a week, to use all of my plates, as soon as I get them, because there's so much stuff that I can do and I just don't have the time. I have just about 500 something plates. So, it's really hard to use all of them. It does help that I have, you know, friends that like to have their nails done too. So sometimes I get plates specifically for them. In fact, the godfather to my children loves the Labyrinth, and Manitude came out with a Labyrinth plate. So even though I'm not a fan of Labyrinth, I'm going to be buying that plate when I do finally get another Manitude order in, because he loves Labyrinth. So he was all for it when I showed him. And yeah, so like I said, guys, if there's something you want me to do a mani on, I need to clean up that area, please let me know. And I will see what I can do. Definitely here to help bring inspiration to you guys. So I hope you guys are all having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever it is and whatever time you're watching this. And I hope this helped you all. Thank you for watching. And until next time, guys. Bye.